I think this is where we're getting confused. We think of it as like all these people that you went to college with and hung out with when you're young, and now they work for CNN. They're evil. That's not what's going on.
That's exactly what's going on. They go to college as normal kids, and then they leave as evil robots who are trying to destroy this country.
The return of Alex Jones to X, formerly known as Twitter, has been met with howls of barely concealed rage from the majority of the corporate media. Disparaging Jones as a right-wing conspiracy theorist and dangerous spreader of misinformation, his reinstatement confirms their darkest fears of what an Elon Musk-owned Twitter might become. Why does his return cause them such dismay? The truth is that the legacy media do not hate Alex Jones so much as they dread what his reinstatement portends for their future. On some level, they realize that the return of Alex Jones to X is the harbinger of their doom. The legacy media, in the form of newspapers and cable news, is dying. Their high overhead, combined with how the internet has decimated their advertising revenues, have destroyed their 19th century business models. In order to stay afloat, they have been forced to make deals with establishment benefactors. This can be in the form of taking money from Big Pharma, the military-industrial complex, oligarchs such as Jeff Bezos or Bill Gates, or the government itself. The problem with these Faustian bargains is that these devils expect a return on their investments, and that return is the promotion of preferred narratives. "Oh, no," I hear the corporate journalists scream in unison. "No one ever tells us what to report on. You can trust us." Noam Chomsky had the answer to this lie many years ago.
How can you know that I'm self-censoring? How can you
I
know
don't say
that
you're
journalists
self-censoring. I'm sure you believe everything you're saying. But what I'm saying is if you believe something different, you wouldn't be sitting where you're sitting.
If you believed something different, you wouldn't be sitting where you're sitting. The truth is that he who pays the gold makes the rules, and no corporate journalist is allowed to stray too far from the approved narratives of his masters. This was true in the past, as when MSNBC fired Phil Donahue for his opposition to the Gulf War, as it is today, when Fox News dismissed Tucker Carlson for questioning the Ukraine war and Big Pharma. We can have some sympathy in that most corporate journalists are not very bright and are therefore utterly unaware of this. They're literally robots who have been programmed to never truly challenge their masters, as Michael Malice pointed out. This is the role the universities play.
What I'm saying is you go to the university and you are punished if you do not follow the overweening philosophy, and you're rewarded if you are submissive and repetitive and are going to promulgate that philosophy once you leave the university system.
Right.
In the same way that everyone, if you go to McDonald's in California, you go to McDonald's in Massachusetts, you go to McDonald's in Florida, it's going to be the same food. That's not a conspiracy. That's an organization that is spreading forth, in this case, its product, which is burgers. The university system are of one mind in spreading an ideology, and that's why all those college graduates who end up at CNN or end up at MSC, New York Times, or in Hollywood, they're going to have the same worldview, and you're going to have this perception of unanimity. It's not a conspiracy. They're all just trained at the same places to believe certain things, and they were punished severely for not believing those things.
What the internet has done is allow non-programmed commentators to enter the game. These independent voices are more often than not able to challenge the false narratives of the elites and truly speak truth to power. This is why independent media continues to gain trust and credibility, while the legacy media, invested as they are in defending false narratives, are losing it. This is why the purchase of Twitter by Elon Musk terrified them, for they knew that even one major social media platform that was semi-committed to free speech was an existential threat. It's not Alex Jones that the legacy media fears, but what his reinstatement means. If they can't take out Alex Jones, how will they take out Joe Rogan, Russell Brand, Jimmy Dore, or hundreds of other independent voices? The corporate media can't compete with these upstarts on truth and credibility. Therefore, the only weapon they have is censorship. Without that, the only future the corporate media has is their continued slide into irrelevance. Once that happens, even the devils will no longer have any use for them, and they will be truly finished. But that's the problem. When you sell your soul, eventually the devil gets its due. But that's what I think. What are your thoughts? Leave your comments below. Please like and subscribe, as this really helps out the channel, and I'll see you next time. One of the biggest false narratives the corporate media promoted were the lies of the COVID regime. In my free ebook, The Little Book of COVID Red Pills, I've broken down their lies into easily manageable red pills that you can take in any order in as little as 5 minutes. You can then use these to further your own understanding as well as gain the ability to spread the truth to those around you. The lies of the COVID regime must be exposed to the light, and the Little Book of COVID Red Pills will help you do that. Get it today at redpillcovid.com.